Hello. Oh, I'm behind the fish tank. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's Friday. This is a much earlier stream than usual because we have a half day at work today because Monday is Labor Day, and usually when we have 3-day weekends, they give us the half day on Friday. And so it's like 2 p.m. over here right now. It's like really early compared to my usual streams, which are at like 5:30. I need to drink some more water. Hold on. Alright, so, I don't know. Didn't really have much planned. I'm just gonna talk about stuff. There's a bunch of stuff happened this past week. Apparently got a promotion at work. It was like, oh, look, you're gonna get promoted. And, it was supposed to happen like 2 years ago. They were like, you know, we're gonna promote you, but we gotta get the salary approved. And then I'm just like, you know, I can wait. I don't mind. And then it's been 2 years, and then now they're like, well, we're finally giving it to you. But it's like, at this point, I kind of don't care that much, because I don't know if I'm going to be around. Like, I've talked about this on previous streams also, that, like, probably gonna leave. I'm like, find a new job at some point, because a lot of people at this company have left. And then, well, the salary raise goes in effect in beginning of next month. So I'm gonna be like a staff engineer. I'm like currently senior, but it's kind of like, I don't know if I'm even gonna be here in a month, like at this company. So I don't know. It's kind of weird for them to be like, you're getting promoted, and then like a month later, I'm like, I'm out. I think my manager, who was previously here, who also left, had a similar thing. Like sorry, my previous manager who was working here, he was the one who was trying to get me promoted like 2 years ago, and then he had to like fight everyone to do it. And then like eventually, for whatever reason, they like did a bunch of other promotions instead, and like he got promoted, and he's like, I didn't ask for this. And he's like, why don't you promote Wolfie? And then anyway, he left like a month after that because he was gonna leave anyway. But yeah, it's I don't know. We also had a meeting today at like schedules around lunchtime. Do I sound different? I don't know. Do I? I'm like slightly farther from the mic. I like pointed the mic slightly downward. It's like different from last time. I can't tell if it's different from usual. Yeah, my manager who used to work here, he was really cool. He's very like nice, and yeah. I thought you quit. I was telling you. I probably will quit at some point. I've just been like too lazy to look for another job. I contacted the person who I used to work for at a previous company, and then I just talked to him for a bit about like the jobs that they had over there. But I haven't heard back, so I might just send him an updated resume at some point. Yeah, so we had like a meeting today at work just to go over a bunch of random stuff with the whole team. And it was the kind of meeting where like usually most of us don't have our webcams on. And for this time, one of the managers was like, hey, can you guys turn on your webcams for this meeting? And we're just like, all right, fine. And so like, I usually don't have my webcam on, and I'm used to like doing other stuff during meetings, just like stand up, walk around. Yeah, I don't like the concept of like requiring webcams to be on. Like, I know people who take online courses, sometimes the teachers will make them do it. But that's always weird to me. I don't know, like it doesn't, if like one person is talking, why does it matter that they have to see everyone else, right? So I had my webcam on, and it's like, some of the people had literally never seen me. I keep mentioning this, like it happens like every few months, where like I don't usually have my webcam on during meetings, and then someone will be like, this is the first time I've seen you ever, and I've been working here for years. And I'm like, yeah, I don't turn my webcam on. But yeah, I wasn't like... I feel like I haven't had in-person meetings for so long that I don't know how to act when people are watching me on a webcam. Yeah, showing people... Well, on Zoom, you can have the virtual background. So, like, you can replace the background with whatever you want. I actually, like, when I was in the office a long time ago, I took a picture of, like, my desk and, like, the desk behind me. And so when I have to turn my webcam on Zoom, what I do is, like, I set that image as my background. So, like, it looks like I'm in the office, but I'm not. I mean, you can easily tell that I'm not because of the weird artifacts in the background, but it just looks kind of funny. And then, yeah, the fact that, like, I'm used to having meetings, like, in person when I was in the office, but it's been so many months that of me having my webcam off that I'm just, like, I don't know what to do. Like, usually now I'll just, when I have to be in the office, or, like, have the webcam on, you have to, like, make sure to pretend you're paying attention, right? Usually when I have the webcam off, I'll just, like, stand up or, like, you know, lie down in bed when it doesn't matter. Like, someone will be talking and, like, it's clear that my input is not needed. So I'll just go from my desk, I'll just, like, lie down in bed and listen. And, like, you know, they can't see me, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing, right? Yeah, I was thinking about that during the meeting. Imagine if you're watching VTubers, like, if everyone had to have their webcams on and, like, the VTuber could see everyone, it would be really weird. It's kind of like this, right? You have a meeting. Basically, like, one person is talking, but everyone is expected to have their webcam on, even though it doesn't matter. So, like, you have, like, a VTuber talking about something or other, like a just chatting stream or a gameplay screen, and then, like, just everyone in chat had to have their webcams on. Yeah, that's what people have to do for, like, online classes, right? If your teacher is teaching you, the teacher has to see what you're doing, even though your input literally doesn't matter unless you have a question. Or, like, imagine if, like, you're watching a VTuber and everyone who wanted to leave a comment in chat had to, you know, you see their face, like, on a webcam or something. Or maybe it could be like a live 2D thing, I don't know. Virtual. There was that one video of, like, one professor who was doing an online course and then she was using VTube Studio. She's like, you guys aren't paying attention, so I'm just gonna become an anime girl. And then she pulled up one of the default live 2D models and started using it. Yeah. It'd be kind of weird. I know. You only have to use your webcam for exams. Yeah, I had a previous stream where I talked about this, like, taking exams online now, like, requires people to turn on their webcams to make sure people aren't cheating, but I'm like, how can you tell? Like, when I was in that meeting, I was like, I had my phone in front of my, like, laptop screen, and I was just, like, browsing Twitter on it, but, like, it looked like I was just looking at the screen, like, there's no way to tell, for them to tell that I'm paying attention or not. And even if I wasn't, it doesn't matter. It's not like they're going to be like, hey, you should be paying attention to the meeting. Just use an overlay. There was someone who, I feel like I also mentioned this before. There was, like, some guy at, like, CNET or something, where maybe it was April Fool's Day, and he had, like, a pre-recorded video of him just, like, staring at the screen. And he would just display that instead of his own real webcam. And then he, like, fooled, like, basically everyone. But yeah, I'm just imagining something like that, like, be kind of funny. And then, what else happened this week besides promotion? I did, oh yeah, I can talk about my VTube Studio setup now. Like, VTube Studio finally came out with their, like, parameter tracking API. And, I was trying to write a Stream Deck plugin for it to, like, toggle facial expressions and stuff like that. And eventually I sort of got one working. I can show it, open Stream Deck. Okay. Add window capture. Yeah, I did it in Rust. Originally I tried doing, like, a JavaScript thing, because I can go over how the Stream Deck, like, plugin system works. It's kind of annoying. It's like, you have a web view that's HTML, and then, like, you have to open a WebSocket connection, and it's, like, persistent. And I was just like, I'm just gonna write, like, a one-shot, like, Rust thing that toggles expressions. Okay, let's see. Stream Deck. Okay, where is it? This one? There you go. Okay, so this is the Stream Deck setup that I have. If I go here, whoops. See this button right here that I can press this, and then my arm goes up. I can press this one, and the other one goes up. I can like press this one to toggle the smile. It's kind of weirdly delayed, huh? Sometimes the Stream Deck doesn't like register the button press. And then like I could use these expressions to toggle the facial expression, like I press this. Now I'm sad. Now I'm angry. So it's like a lot more convenient to go, not have to go into the program to do it. Yeah, everything on the desktop is like browser based, like everything's like an Electron app. Kind of sucks. Node.js doesn't require the browser. It is, the way Stream Deck works is like, it is a browser-based thing. Like, you actually have to have an HTML page. I don't know why they did it that way. There's like a inspector that you can do. It's kind of like the Chrome built-in inspector for debugging. And it kind of, I don't really like it. But, and all their examples are like, not written in a way that assumes you know how to write a standard like JavaScript front-end app. Like a lot of the examples are just, they use plain JavaScript without bundling and optimizations and all that, and I don't like it that much. But anyway, I can go into here and change expressions and stuff like that. So I can press this one and I have sunglasses, regular glasses. Switch to the vest. Could be Mario. So now hopefully whenever I feel like playing a video game again, I can probably just do expressions and stuff like that. Because before I couldn't really do it, because it was kind of annoying. Which context. Now I just press a button on the Stream Deck and it just works. Yeah, so this is just a view of like the UI. I have like a physical Stream Deck in front of me. I kind of want a Stream Deck XL, the one that has like 32 buttons. So like I actually went on Amazon the other day. I was like, man, Stream Deck XL, it's like $250. And then I saw it was on sale for like, this is not like quote unquote sale, it's not really on sale. I was like, I saw it listed on Amazon for $100. And I was like, oh wow, did they like mess up the pricing or something? And then I checked, like the seller name was like some suspicious like random Chinese address, and the name was like, click the button for, 30% off or something. And I was like, your business name is click the gift wrap option for a $30 coupon. And I was like, oh, okay, I can't trust this. Wonder if anyone has made a toe-controlled Stream Deck so you can change expressions and animations while using both hands. It's not, there's like pedals you can do, like, I know there's like MIDI controllers that are like, you can put pedals that you can press, and then you toggle like MIDI stuff. It wouldn't be a Stream Deck, it'd be kind of hard to, use your toes to like press a specific button, because the buttons are like, they're not small, but it's like, you need to be precise. Yeah, anything can be toe controlled. I mean, you could if you put the Stream Deck on the floor, you could, I guess, use your toes. Yeah, some people do use pedals for OBS scenes. I heard like people sometimes use pedals for like Apex or something. I don't know. I vaguely remember something about pedals. One of the Selen streams, he talked about pedals. Anyway, yeah, that's the VTube Studio setup. And basically what I have, the way it's set up is just like a one-shot Rust application. So actually I can go into the UI to show it. So if I click on the default one, I have like a runnable binary that just like does a shell script. And then it just sets the param ID. I have like this custom param called Wolfie expression, and like it sets it to 0. So the way I have my param set up is like 0 is default, 1 is sad. So if I go to this one, see at the bottom this is like default 1, this one's default 2. So I just have a custom param that's mapped to the different facial expressions. And then like for the arm raised one, I have like a separate expression. Oh, this one's like a multi-action, so if I go, the annoying part about the Stream Deck app on macOS is that you can't like alt-tab into it, which kind of sucks. You have to like, every time you want to switch to the app, you have to like right-click or like click the thing at the top and go to configure Stream Deck. Anyway, if you go to the raised one, so Stream Deck has a concept of multi-actions, so you press it and then toggles at different states. Yeah, it's not a full, it's weird. It's like I don't know why they do it like that. Anyway, if the arm is like lowered, it has this one action that sets the param to 1. So I have like Wolfie arm 1 for this arm, and then Wolfie arm 2 for the other arm. And then if you press it, it gets toggled, so it'll go to the other state. And then if you just go back here, it's like one or the other. Same thing for the smile expression. I have like something called Wolfie smile or Wolfie frown. So the action's in here. It just runs a shell script with a default 1, and then the other one is 0. I programmed all this. Well, I just programmed my custom binary. VTS set param is this thing I wrote. All it does is it opens a WebSocket connection to VTube Studio, and then it does all the authentication stuff, and then sets the params. Yeah, it's AppleScript because Stream Deck doesn't have a way for you to just run an arbitrary shell script. So I had to like work around it by having an AppleScript run my actual command in a shell script, which kind of sucks. I don't know if there's like a way to do it on Windows. Like Stream Deck has a way where you can run like a program. So if you go here and you see where is it? Open. There's this command called open. And you can run whatever program you want, but you can't pass it arguments, or it's just kind of weird. Like, you know when you run, like, for example, VTS set param, it'll just run that, and you can't pass arguments to it, which is kind of weird. And people have been asking for, like, a way to set shell script arguments, but I don't know, they just don't add it. I could probably just write one for myself that does it, but I don't know. Like, I know someone also wrote a custom, like, OBS plugin thing that lets you like run custom steps that connect to OBS WebSocket. It's probably like really boring for people who don't know like any of these words that I'm saying, but yeah. Then the VTube Studio API is also pretty cool. It has it's still in beta right now, but you can actually I wonder if I can show it. There's like a web page. Let me open a browser source. Whoa. Wait, how do I scroll in a browser source? Oh god. Can I? I don't know if I can scroll in this. I kind of assume that if you open a browser source in OBS that you would be able to interact. I can click stuff, but I can't like actually scroll down. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm trying to use the arrow keys. It's not working. Maybe I have to actually like open a window. Hold on, let me open an incognito window. And then delete this one. It's always dangerous when you try to like capture a browser. Yeah, it's the OBS browser source. Make sure not to like confidential information. Oh, I have it open in, okay, this one. Okay. So this is the VTube Studio API, or the documentation, at least. And all it really is it's oh, there's new sections about stuff. It's a WebSocket connection, WebSocket on port 8001, and you just send like JSON to it. You don't want to show the cultured pages. I don't actually don't browse that kind of stuff. It may be surprising, but I am not really into 2D anyway. Anyway, it sets the API state request, and so you basically authenticate with you send it a authentication request. Let's see, it's like detailed somewhere here. This one. And then you... Wait, is the stream dead? Oh no. I think YouTube's having issues. YouTube. Is YouTube still going? Is it still bad? It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Oh, it's working? Okay, alright. Weird. Oh, okay, hold on, wait. Okay, so basically you send this authentication token request with your plugin name and developer stuff. And then it opens the VTube Studio, like there's like a prompt in there that asks you if you want to accept it. So you can say like, I want to allow this plugin to read and set params and stuff like that. And then the user clicks like accept or they don't accept. And then if they accept, then you get back a token. And you can use the token in your future requests. So you set a author. If they deny, you get this error. If you accept it, then you authenticate with a session using your token that you just got. And then once you do that, you can just send a bunch of requests. So some example requests, like the ones that I'm setting, is the default params one. So like the let's see, this one, custom parameters. So this one you send a parameter creation request. For mine, it's the if I go to this one, it's like the Wolfie whatever ones that I described earlier. So go here. Like this one, message parameter name, my parameter name. I set it to a Wolfie expression, and then I just give it a minimum and maximum, and then I set the default value. And the thing about the VTube Studio API for custom parameters is that it assumes that you're using like tracking. So for example, if you have like a webcam that reads your face coordinates and stuff like that, it'll assume you're gonna get a message every like 1 second or so, and if it doesn't get a message, it'll reset it so that it doesn't like keep it on a weird state. So what I do is like I set the default value to what I want it to be. So like I only have to set the param once. Like if I press the sad button, I don't have to keep sending, you know, Wolfie sad 1 every few seconds. If I set it as the default, it'll just stay that way, which is also useful. Like if I open and reopen the app, I'll have the same like costume expressions that I had last time. But yeah, so that's the parameter registration, and then you can, you know, delete the parameters. You can, this is where you set the parameters defaults, or the specific values that you want. So if I'm setting Wolfie expression to 0, I just add the ID and the value. There's also something called a wait, where you, like, if you're trying to receive params from multiple sources, you can say which ones take priority. So like if you have your own custom like face angle expression and you want your custom one to take priority over this one, you can set the wait so that your plugin takes priority. And then if I go into, let's see, if I go into like the custom thing that I wrote, which is VTS set param. So this is the repo where I set some stuff. I have like a few examples here. So this is the command that you run, you set the value default. And then I'm using something called struct opt, which gives you this nice usage page. It's probably like super boring for people who don't care about programming, but I'm gonna talk about this in excruciating detail, even though here is where this is basically just a Rust program where, oops. So I set a custom parameter JSON file in the XDG base directories, which is the if you guys are familiar with XDG, it's like in your home directory there's like a .config path, and then you have a file in there based on your application name. I was just dead again. YouTube is back. Man, it says I have 0 drop frames, so it's like something on YouTube's side. Wow. This is unfortunate. It's back. Back. Are we good? Man, is everyone like trying to... Everyone has a half day and then they go home and watch YouTube videos. We're back. Okay. Well, this one. Okay. Okay, I guess we're back. I create this parameter file, which has the authentication token, so I don't need to keep requesting the user to accept it every time. And then I create this like args parser. The thing about this is that you can read the params from command line. So if you set your flags, you can read from there, or you read it from the config file. And then I open the port which connects to VTube Studio. And then this tungstenite client is basically, oh, it's happening again. Oh no. Okay. YouTube, please. Are we still bad? Bad connection? Yeah, I see a yellow error on the YouTube page. This sucks. Why does YouTube do this? We're good? Okay, alright. I'm just sometimes I just wish like if I were just talking about this with 0 viewers, I could probably like go through the whole thing, but now that YouTube's having issues. This is not video games yet. I might play video games later. We're just talking. So I open a WebSocket connection, connect to it. And then I check the config. If I don't have an authentication token, I'll call the set auth token, which if I scroll down here, it just does a request with the params yet. The params that I set the plugin name and the developer. By default, they're like Wolfie and BTS set param. And then you request a token, you write JSON to it. You like serialize this thing as JSON. You send it over the WebSocket to get the token. And then I have this wait for response function where all the VTube Studio requests have a specific response. So you set like a request ID. In this case, I set it to token response as you expected. So if I search for wait for response and go up here, I basically just loop through the messages until I find the one that I requested. So if I set the ID to 0, I'm requesting waiting for 0 and then parse it. And then if I don't get it, I return an error. YouTube's having errors again. This is a bad timing. Dang. I feel like the YouTube video is like super delayed now. Okay, if you hear this, say hello, Wolfie. I'm gonna count how many seconds it takes. It's been like 5 seconds, probably. It's like 10 seconds. It's like 15 seconds. Okay, it's like 15 seconds of delay, maybe. Yep, this is Rust. This is Rust. It's back, maybe. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I don't know if this is probably not a good time to be streaming. Man. It's catching up still. Oh my god. YouTube just is not going well today. Okay, yeah, it's like super delayed for you guys. People who are just saying hello right now, I think it's been like a minute. Super delayed. All right, let me try to like stop the stream and then restart it. Maybe it'll like pick up again. Ah. It's working now, maybe. I could maybe like try to add a browser preview so you guys can tell whether I'm actually seeing your messages. Hold on. I'm going to add a browser source. If I go like this. Nope. Here's now I'm like a real VTuber. I have a actual chat displayed without any sort of custom CSS. Okay, let's try this. It doesn't pick up my my settings. Wow, it's like I'm a real VTuber now. I can have chat on screen, but it's not transparent. Actually, let me see if I can do this in real time. If I can find like a, let's see, YouTube OBS CSS. YouTube live chat CSS presets, okay. I'm doing this in real time. Go to chat. I've set the CSS. Oh my god, look at that. You can see it's like, it's transparent now. And then if I set some extra params. I'm hiding the things. Okay. Dark mode. Gaming.youtube.com. Can you do that? Hold on. Gaming. Whoa, it's, you see that? It was like, it was in dark mode for a second. Now, if you go to gaming.youtube.com, by default it's in dark mode. If you just go on like www.youtube.com, it's light mode. It's kind of hard to read. I don't have a proper OBS overlay. Okay, well this is kind of distracting. Wow, it's like I'm a real VTuber now. Look at this. I got comments. You can see it's highlighted because people saying Wolfie. Okay. Anyway, so I was talking about, let's wait for a response. Oh yeah, so I get the response and then I try to parse it. If it doesn't work, then I throw an error. But anyway, I set the I get the auth token. If you go to the set auth token method function. I wait for the authentication response and then I write it to the config file. So I write the JSON. And then so on future requests, it'll just read that JSON file. So I don't have to keep authenticating every time. And then if I don't have the token or the token's wrong, I just authenticate again. And then I call register param and inject param. So register param. I just create the parameter creation request, and then I get the I set the min-max and the default. and then I call inject param to set the values, and if the value isn't there, I just use the default. So that's basically all it is. It just opens this WebSocket connection, does the authentication, sets the value, and then exits. So when writing a Stream Deck plugin, instead of having to maintain WebSocket state and all that, and then like checking if the connection is still open, I just run this like one-off thing. I feel like this chat is there. It's not. Wait, no. Maybe I should actually like invest in having a proper like YouTube chat setup. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, the Stream Deck plugin system is like really annoying. If you look at like, let me find this in the other tab. Stream Deck. So here's like the official like Stream Deck plugin setup. There's like an architecture. It's like kind of annoying. Stream Deck sets up like a WebSocket connection, and then it has like a plugin manager where you register your plugins, and then like you get like WebSocket messages sent to you. You have to like handle them. So if you look at the events, this stream is like unnecessarily detailed. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I just spent like a lot of time trying to figure it out, and then I gave up, and then I just wrote it in a way that worked for me. So like there's two different parts of the Stream Deck plugin system. There's like events for your like actual like plugin things. So they have like one instance of your program where you are expected to like handle all the different buttons. So if you look at the Stream Deck view, like each one of these plugins, like if you have like everything like under the Stream Deck section runs under like one plugin, and then you register different like buttons, and you have like one instance of your plugin that's expected to like handle the type of action. So if each one of these has their own UUID, for example. So like create folder has like maybe like ID 1 or ID, create. And then when a user presses the button, your plugin receives a message that says like events received. You go to like key down, right? Your plugin opens a WebSocket connection to the Stream Deck if given a specific port. You get this event sent to you, like action equals whatever. And then, so example, if you handle like action 1, you can say, do something, right? And there's like a context and like different payload that tells you the position of the button, like if it's in column 0, row 1 or whatever. Yeah, like right here. And you can handle that differently. And then you can return different things. So you can send events back to it. So like you can set settings, you can disable them. But it's all like kind of annoying because you have like a WebSocket connection, like different state, and like everything's like async. It's a bit annoying to handle it. So I just like these like writing like these one-shot things that just send data and then just forget about the response. And then also, if you go to the Stream Deck UI, this one, if you click into one of these, this view right here, down here, it's a custom HTML page. So this title is provided to you by the Stream Deck, but everything below it gets loaded like by your plugin. So if I click like a different one, you can see it takes a while for it to load. Like this, right? It's blank, and then you see the page loads later. It's because Stream Deck is like loading your plugin HTML, and then that has to like load a bunch of JavaScript and CSS to display this. But you kind of like, you can do whatever custom stuff you want. But it's a bit annoying because the way they have it set up. I don't get why Stream Deck would use WebSockets. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. It's like, it's how they handle like asynchronous like communication, because you can send data back and forth. So like send and receive events. But then like to handle config state is a bit annoying. Like this AppleScript plugin is also a custom plugin that someone wrote. And I noticed it doesn't handle events correctly. Like it's kind of out of date. So like if I set this to like 2, for example. Right, set this to 2. And then like I press the button. It doesn't set it to 2. It's still at 1. So if I set this like to 3, you would expect it to, you know, if I press it, to set it to 3, but it doesn't. But then if I copy this and paste it over here, and then I press this one, then it sets it to 3. So it's like it's like really weirdly written. Now if I go here and then I just press this one again, send it back to 1. I don't know. Whoever wrote this plugin like didn't persist the state correctly, I guess. It's a bit weird. Is the Stream Deck running a browser on the hood? I think it is. So if you look at like debugging. Oh. It says it like opens a port somewhere. Let me look it up. Stream Deck. Stream Deck debug. Okay, so if I go to this page, yeah, I think the actual Stream Deck, like the hardware itself, is just like a dumb screen. It's just a screen with buttons on it. None of the logic runs on Stream Deck. There's no CPU on the Stream Deck itself. It's just basically a screen with buttons on it. So here, if you see, they say you can check the. If you set remote debugging enabled, it opens this port. Oops, you can't see that. I realized I was hiding everything. Okay, go back to this page. It says when you relaunch the Stream Deck app, you can open this port in your program, or in your browser. And so if I go to that page, it just shows all the like scripts that you have installed. So look at that. If I go to like this script, it's just like a web, it's like exactly like the Chrome debugger. So the software on the Stream Deck that's running on your computer is actually like running this browser page, which does stuff. It's just like kind of weird. Like this is literally just the Chrome inspector tool. So if I go back, here's like all the JavaScript that they loaded on the page. And people have like alternate, I keep forgetting my face is like a sad face. Yeah, everything is just running a browser page. So yeah, that's Stream Deck plugins. It's kind of annoying. I tried setting up my own thing and it wasn't that good. And then I just gave up and just wrote my own. So that's VTube Studio and Stream Deck. So now it can actually toggle facial expressions conveniently. Okay, well let's get rid of Oh yeah, I also have a thing where that I'm working on right now where I'm trying to get the list of emotes for a channel, because Lazerlight recently opened their membership and they have emotes. And so I have this page that I showed you guys last time, but this emoji page. So I currently have one set up for Ame's emotes, but this is all manual. I had to like download all the images myself and like set them. So if I click on this one, shoot. Like if I click on this one, Stream Deck has a thing where you can put custom text, which gets input. Like I press this, it'll put this text on the screen. And so it's kind of annoying to have to like download all the files manually, set up a Stream Deck plugin yourself, and then like assign all these buttons manually. Then what I wanted to do was download automatically like all the images for a channel, create a custom profile, and then what I found out is that Stream Deck stores them as just JSON files on your computer. So like I actually have a, let's see, if I set up like a custom gist on GitHub that describes how the things are set up. I have to add the thing back again, hold on. Window capture. Oops. This one. Wait, that's not what I wanted. The other one. Where is it? Hold on. This one. my stream overlay is such a mess right now. Okay, so I put this one lower. So the way Stream Deck profiles are set up is that, let me put chat back up here. You have on Mac at least, you have a set of files under this path, and this is like a randomly generated UUID. And you have like the folders are based on the position, so 00 is the top left button, and like 11 is the button on position, column 1, row 1. And you have this manifest.json file and a bunch of profiles that are nested. So Stream Deck profiles can be nested, so you can have folders. Like for example, this one, you go to the next page, you can go to this custom profile that it has its own state. And so in a nested folder, there's like, here's the entire like Stream Deck setup. You have manifest.json file, which has a list of actions. I don't know why everything's like upper camel case. Yeah. Or it's a Pascal case, I guess. But I guess that's just how they did it. But so your plugin, based on the UUID, like this one, the text input is this is the text that gets pressed when you press the button. It has an option for like if you wanted to press enter after you send it, and then like the style guide. It's some ugly UUID. Yeah, I mean you mean this one, yeah. And then you can basically kind of just construct this JSON file yourself and put it in the correct place. And then yeah, these are not UUIDs. I don't know why they call it UUID. It's just like it's like a package name or something. But these are UUIDs though. This one is a proper UUID. And so there's just a bunch of like weird stuff you can set. A lot of these are irrelevant, so I don't know why they have like a lot of empty strings. And you can set custom emotes. And then and then here's the device model. So this tells the Stream Deck whether it's a regular size Stream Deck or the Stream Deck Mini or the Stream Deck XL. And then here's a device UUID, which again is not a real UUID of your specific device, and then you get to name the profile. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with like empty strings and null. Sometimes it accepts like an empty array or an empty JSON object. Sometimes it accepts null. Yeah, the pasted text is what's relevant. So this pasted text, you can set it to like the emote for the channel, like :_ Pomu yay : and then it'll send it. And then if you have like nested folders, you can give the UUID of the target that you want to go to. So for example, this one was pulled from my Stream Deck setup. Like if I go here, if I go back, and I go to my VTube Studio setup, this outfits directory is basically this. Whoops. I have so many sources open in OBS right now, I'm dragging. Okay. Yeah, this one. It goes to the nested folder, and then it has this quote-unquote UUID to open the child. And then if you're in that folder, you can go back by using this back to parent UUID. You're reminded that these apps are written by people like you, and as a result, they're somewhat janky. Yeah, the Stream Deck is really janky. There's like, I don't know, the way it's architected is a bit weird. There are like Stream Deck alternatives, so if you go like npm Stream Deck, people have written their own custom like alternate Stream Deck solutions. So like instead of using the Stream Deck, you know, the whole WebSocket system, people have written like a thing that just writes to the Stream Deck directly, so you can have custom plugins that don't depend on Stream Deck, their API. What do you need to do to send the command to VTube Studio for changing things? Yeah, I spent like a while talking about that back then. VTube Studio, you can probably watch the VOD. It's VTube Studio has a WebSocket API open on port 8001, and you send authentication messages and stuff like that. And so the way I have it set up is that I just I wrote a one-off Rust command that does it. If you just go to Wolfie. VTS set param. It just does like a WebSocket connection and like sets up params. And then in VTube Studio, I have it so that it go here. And it just runs the script that sets it. You're thinking of getting a Stream Deck for extra buttons for DCS. What is DCS? I don't know what that is. But yeah, I kinda want a Stream Deck XL because there's so many emotes now. Flight Simulator. I've never gotten into Flight Simulator programs, but I think it would be useful for that, yeah. I know people who've set up what's it called? Stream Deck profiles for like Euro Truck Simulator and stuff like that. Oh, Digital Combat Simulator. Yeah, I can imagine it being useful for that. There's probably like a lot of like plugin or like hotkeys you have to remember. You can press the I'm Pomu button.
I'm Pomu.
She's Pomu. And then I can talk about the weird YouTube, the way you can get emotes on YouTube. It's a bit weird. Let me try to hide this. If I go to, for example, the membership page for a user. Oh god, it's playing the audio. She's Pomu. Okay, so you have to be logged in on this page to actually get, if you like view the source of this page, there's nothing in here that gives you the emotes, right? You can try to join and you can't. If you're logged in, you get this custom thing called VTS set per, or not, that's not the VTS set param. You get YT initial data. So if I go to this page, oh god, view source. Okay, you just have like this really long document that is not loading for some reason. Okay, there it is. Is it possible to scrape them from the join membership page? Yeah, you have to be logged in. So what I did, what I set my thing to do is like, you log in and then you download the HTML page, and then I wrote a thing that will parse this page and scrape this variable. And if you look at the way this variable is defined, it's got like 50 billion levels of nesting. It's not even loading because it's all in one line, but oh god. Here, look. It's loading. Just waiting for it to load. Let me just open it up in Vim or something. There's a pretty print button, is there? I don't see it. I think the page just froze because there's too much stuff on it. Alright, I'm just gonna open my terminal and show you in my terminal. Okay, so I gotta remove some of these sources. I have too many of them. This one goes away. Okay. Let's open up the terminal. Oh god. Okay, so this is the program, or this is just Vim. If I search for YT initial data, I have it so that it doesn't try to syntax parse something that's has this many this much stuff on one line, but okay. Here's the initial data. Oh god, it's like kind of, and it's just like this huge mess of extremely nested data. And so I have a thing where I try to read it, and it's really convoluted. So like it'll try to parse. You give it the HTML file, it tries to find this string YT initial data equals. If YouTube ever changes their formatting, this thing's gonna get messed up and it's just not gonna work. But you try to read that, you match until the first semicolon. So if YouTube inserts a semicolon in there, this thing's gonna get messed up. You try to parse it, you parse as JSON, and then you read this extremely nested path. So like contents, two-column browser, results render, /tabs, and then that's an array. And then in that array, you find a place where the title equals membership, and then go to this extremely nested path, and then read that as an array, and then try to find the first item in that array where this thing exists. And then you read the images, you parse it as an array, and then you have like, you read this extremely nested path again to find the labels, and then the URL. And then you split it by the equal sign, because YouTube emote URLs have this URL that resizes stuff. So if you don't have the equal sign, it'll give it to you at full size. And then you get the full size emote, and you just return a vector of emotes. And so, and here's a profile stuff that I have set up so that I can create a profile and test that it works. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't know. That was, I could probably go more in depth, but that's probably enough for now. Put my arms down. I could talk about the Pomu emotes, actually. So Pomu added new emotes to her channel. If you go, I will pull up the emotes so you can appreciate them. Let's add an image. Emotes. Yeah, I wonder who made them. They're pretty good. Here's the emotes. So a while back, Pomu put up a tweet that was like, looking for people who can do emotes and overlays and stuff like that. And I was like, oh man, maybe I should try to learn how to draw emotes, because a long time ago I had a YouTube affiliate. This was way before I got into VTubing, or VTubers in general. I had like a Twitch channel where I would occasionally stream Mahjong Soul, and then I had enough like views and followers to get affiliate, and then that's when you get to set make your own custom emotes. And so I tried making one, and it was like, I didn't think it was very good at all. I was like, it's really hard to make emotes because when you try to make them, they have to be viewable at a small size. So, and then here's the one that I tried to make. Let's see, Wolf. This one. This is really pixelated because it's a 24 by 24. It's Wolf is a pog. But it doesn't, it's like kind of hard to read, right? Especially at a small size like this. And so I was like, I don't know if I can really make like good emotes. But then I was like, I got like people on Twitter that's like, yeah, you should probably do it. And it's like, maybe I should. How big are Twitch's emotes? They're they show up as 28 by 28. Whereas YouTube, they're 24 by 24. And then like on higher density devices, they're 48 by 48. So they're pretty small. Like you see like in chat over here. I think the emotes that, like the default emotes that YouTube uses are actually like larger than custom ones. Yeah, YouTube's are really small. So like you have to try to make them like really readable. So like they're like this, they're like this big, right? And so that was my concern, was that like I don't know how to make emotes that are really readable at small sizes. So then I kind of just went through a training arc of like 2 hours of just me like drawing. And then I found out you just draw them like zoomed in extremely on the face, and then they look okay. And you just have like really thick outlines. They're SVGs. Oh no, they're PNGs. That's why they have a well. Oh, YouTube's like the built-in YouTube's ones are SVGs. Yeah, actually, that makes sense if they are. Anyway, I on the first day, like after she made that tweet about emotes, I was like, I'm gonna try to draw some emotes, see if it works. And then on the first day, I had I will show you the emotes that I had on the first day. Let me try to find them. Okay, oh god, these are huge. This one... Okay, that's my emote. This is the... Okay. So these emotes... Oops. Oh god. Okay, so this is what I had like on the first day, like after... No, wait, this was the second day. The ones I had originally were... these... Wait, pomu-emote.png. I can't find it. Well, anyway, after a day I had these, but originally I had, I think I had like these 3 expressions, like this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then the day after I added like these. And then some of the extra ones I sent over like 3 days before membership opened. I sent like this one. I sent this one. This one I changed the light stick emote because the orange was kind of like, it wasn't fitting with her actual colors and it wasn't very fan. It looked like a lightsaber. And then I sent this like small 9cm promo. And then this winking one I also sent. So yeah, they were done like early June, I think. And it wasn't until like late August that memberships actually opened and she could actually use them. So I've been waiting for them for a very long time. But now they're here and people can use them. And then I actually forgot about the fact that you can have membership badges. So if you're a member of a channel, you get like a badge next to your name. I totally forgot that those existed. And apparently so did she. She's like, she forgot. And then she ended up drawing them herself because she didn't feel like asking. But they're pretty good. After 24 months, you can become Pomu yourself. People tell you need to learn real proportions and you don't want to be able to do that, rather simple and cute. Yeah, I mean, it depends what you want to do. A lot of people like go straight into stylized art. I think if you're doing like emotes and stuff like that, that's probably fine. But for me, I like when I first started drawing, I had no idea what I was doing. I still kind of don't have any idea what I'm doing. I just make it up as I go along. And then I just like decided to take it more seriously and then actually learn proper proportions, but I don't show those images that much. I learned like how to do figure drawing and stuff like that. Like back when Ina used to do her gesture drawing streams, I would participate every time, and then she stopped doing them. And then now I'm sad because she doesn't do them anymore. Did I join Pomu's membership too? Yes. As soon as they opened, I was refreshing the page. Like, she had like a countdown on her stream for when she was opening them, and I was just like on the join page, like refreshing it until it opened. Don't people ask you for your chibi proportions, but you just do them on the fly? Yeah, I had some people ask like, how do you usually like proportion your drawings? And I'm like, I don't know. I just make it up. Whatever looks good to me is fine. Yeah, I feel like it's good to know proportions so that you know like what you can exaggerate and what you can't. Like when I do proper like attempt to do proper proportions, I don't know. I feel like Ina hasn't done a gesture drawing stream in months. I do draw stuff that I don't post. Actually, if I can show you like the drawings that I have on my iPad. Let me go get my iPad. I have to get rid of like all these like all these things on my screen. This scene is so messy. Oh, this screen does not have... Okay, here's the waiting room. So here's a bunch of like old figure drawing, gesture drawing stuff I've done. These are like pretty old, like... I look at some of these and I'm like, these are not very good at all. Yeah, it's hard to find gesture drawings that are safe for work. They're all untitled. I don't title my documents. I like this one. You see this one? What is this one? Oh, yeah. I know, I just draw like a lot of faces. Like, I don't really post this stuff. I like this one. I just draw a lot of like eyeballs. Do I have a folder full of Aikatsu drawings? Not specifically Aikatsu drawings, but I do have a bunch of drawings. It's like usually when I try to draw, there's also an exercise you can do to like practice your like line quality. It's like you draw 4 dots, and then you try to like draw a line that goes between them. It's like I'm not doing it very well right now because you have to hold the iPad in a weird way to get it to work. But if I had my iPad on a flat surface, this would be a lot easier. Okay, this is not good at all. But you kind of like try to draw a really straight line, and then like you draw like lines connecting the edges, so like this. I like overshot it by a lot, but yeah, you just draw lines to like practice like line quality. And then there's like one thing where you try to draw. Yeah, this is the draw box exercise. I did that for a bit. And you like try to draw a circle, but I never draw circles properly. I don't know, it's really hard. Yeah, this is, if you guys know the draw box, this is basically what that is. But like, I'm not like doing it very well right now. Do I have tips for drawing in bed with an iPad? No. I usually draw in bed with an iPad. Or like I'll be sitting in bed and like looking down at my iPad. And it's probably bad for my back. Because I'm like hunched over, like. Here's my iPad, here's just me. I'm like. Here's my bed. Oh, this doesn't look good at all. I'm a snake. I've become snake. Shrimping, yeah, that's shrimping. Yeah, I do not recommend. Do not do this. I don't know. Sometimes I just like. I will lie down like this. Oh god. Here's my iPad. Here's the Apple Pencil. I mean, this is probably also not good. Anyway, yeah, I recommend drawing. If you can draw, then you can draw. Would I ever stream gesture drawing like Ina did? I did a few months ago, actually. I had a few streams where I would gesture draw either alongside Ina's stream or like when she wasn't streaming, I would stream it. I also have an issue where like my hands are actually really shaky. Like I guess I didn't know until recently, like maybe the past 2 years, that it's actually a medical issue. Like my hands are like, that's why if you go to like my animations, see like all my like lines are like wobbly. That's just because my hands are just really shaky. And so if you practice like drawing straight lines. Like I have to draw them really fast like this. Otherwise, they kind of get like they're like this. Right, but if I go fast, it's a lot nicer. So I forget how to talk. I always had this issue like I had like a photography class in high school, and like every time I try to take pictures, they would always come out blurry unless I'm in like a very well lit area. And I think that's just because my hands were like really shaky. And so I always thought that was just like, I don't know, that's just how things are. But turns out it's a medical issue where there's no cure for it. But maybe like when I'm really old, I'm gonna be like one of those old guys who has like shaking hands. It's also good to like if you're like trying to learn how to draw, probably like focus on something specific. Like I know some people who when they try to draw, they just like they go super hard on like the rendering and making it look nice. Whereas if you try to just draw a lot of stuff over time, you'll just gradually get better at it. I mean, I'm not like particularly good myself. Like I'm very inconsistent with like proportion sometimes, but you get like faster at it, I guess. Yeah, the friction on paper helps. I have a screen protector on my iPad that's like gives it a matte surface. So like by default, the iPad screen is like really smooth, which is kind of unnatural. And so it's nice to have like a screen protector that gives it a bit of roughness. So like sometimes you just draw like... Yeah, there's like cheap screen protectors. There's like one called Paper-like, which all the like popular YouTubers recommend, but those are like $20-something. And then I just got one that's like a pack of like a 2 or 3 pack one for like $10, and it works fine. Actually, I guess I can go to I can show the emotes that I drew actually. So you can see how bad they are originally. So here's my original, like when I first tried drawing it, it was like not very good. Like it was kind of hard to read. Like if you go like a really small size, this is a bit hard to read, right? And then I had this one, and I was like, that's still kind of hard to read. And I tried like changing the line color, and it was like, I don't know. And then I zoomed in. I was like, that's actually a lot easier to read. And then I like made the lines thicker. Oh yeah, the matte screen protectors do wear down your pen nibs, but I've actually never had an issue where like the pen nibs were like... I guess because when I draw, I don't draw very like... I don't press very hard on the screen, so maybe it's not as much of an issue for me. Anyway, here's an eyes closed version that was not used. And then I tried doing like a pog expression. I didn't really get it to look well. So here's the final like surprised emote. And they had like the excited one. And then this one, these two are kind of the same. I sent her both of these and I was like, these look kind of like different expressions. Like maybe they should be separate emotes. But they look very similar, so then I kind of just added action lines to it to make it at least slightly different. And then here's a letter P, here's sunglasses. Here's the original pen light emote, which I don't like. It kind of looks just like a lightsaber. I feel like it's really hard to use an iPad without a screen protector. It's just like way too smooth. I did draw this the pumpkin emote. Just the angry one. Extreme, like what extremely crazy, like really detailed shading. Alright, so let's go back to concepts. Yeah. I never really got into like digital coloring and stuff like that. I could try doing something right now, I guess. Like I have a really like the way I do coloring is a bit like it's a bit weird. Actually here's Procreate. Here's the recent drawings I've done. So actually, like basically all the time when I do coloring, it kind of looks like this, or like this like pastel sort of color. So what I do is I just go to the darkest color. Oops, oh god. Well, not this brush. I use like this default brush, 6B pencil, and then I just like start drawing stuff. It's kind of bad. But this is just a demonstration, so it doesn't matter if it's bad. And then I make a new layer. And then I use this like huge brush, this painting flat brush. This one right here. And then I just kind of like choose the colors arbitrarily. So like it's like, okay, this is kind of yellow, I'll just do that. Oops. And make the brush like really big. That's a bit too big. And then I just do that. And then I go to this layer. I put on the, I change it to multiply. I set the alpha lock. And then I just choose like some like reddish color. Maybe more like brown. And then I guess that looks okay sometimes. I'll sometimes like use some different colors on other parts like blue. I don't know, this looks kind of weird. But it works. I used to use Krita also on desktop. I recently, like a while back, I got Clip Studio Paint because it's always on sale. Like every few months, it goes on sale for 50%. And then I was like, maybe I should get Clip Studio Paint. And then I did, and never really used it. It is pretty cool, and it's free, so it was also one of the few like art programs that was available on Linux. Clip Studio Paint is a one-time payment on desktop, but if you use the iPad version, it's a subscription. Which is kind of weird to me. But I guess people will pay extra for the portability of an iPad. That's too red. Nope. Well, anyway, once I get that color down, I just choose like a bluish color because, like, you know, the color of the sky comes down, and then I just like randomly, lightly put like some blue at the top, and then I just choose some green because why not? like this. So you can't really see it, huh? The lighting on the screen is like a bit different from what I'm actually seeing on my iPad. Is there a quick way of selecting the area and coloring that I use for Procreate? I usually just color by hand. I mean, my coloring is pretty messy. I usually don't stay within the lines that much. I also don't use Procreate that often. So you can look at this one. I don't know why the coloring is like really weird in here. Hold on. You can't really see the blue here on this screen, but on my iPad I can see it pretty clearly. You can kind of see the green color in here though. And like this one. Man, the colors are really washed out. Wonder if I can have to like adjust something. Some like color profile thing on here. In preferences maybe. No, maybe not. I don't know. Oh yeah, I did ask for questions on Marshmallow, and I got exactly one question, so I will put that question on screen. Browser source. Someone asked, how do they get into Aikatsu? So let me drink some water first, because it's been like half an hour. Alright, so how do you get into Aikatsu? You just watch it. The way I got into it was that I listened to the music a lot, and then I was like, these songs are really good, but the anime is so long, I don't feel like spending time watching 100-something episodes or something. Back when I first got into Aikatsu, it was like around the second season, maybe like episode 70-something, and that was a lot of episodes. And then, but I listened to the music like on, I used to use SoundCloud a lot, and you would see like a lot of remixes of different songs, and I was thinking like, I like these Aikatsu remixes, and then I'd listen to the original songs, and they were also good. And then I was like, maybe I should finally actually watch the anime. And back then, there was an anime service called Daisuki, and they had like the first 50 episodes of Aikatsu subtitled and available to view legally. And so I was like, oh, I can just watch those. And then I did, and then I caught up with the series finally. And then Aikatsu original series ended, and I was really sad. But hopefully that answers your question. Just listen to the music a lot, and then eventually feel like watching the actual show. Alright, well that's the only question I got, so anyone has other questions, I'd be glad to answer them. I did have a question from last time that I didn't answer, which was... I still don't have an answer for it because it's something I have to think about. Like, who is a VTuber that I don't watch at all, but you think has a good design or gimmick? I don't know if, like, do you guys have VTubers that you watch that you don't watch, but you like their design/gimmick? Because I can't really think of any. I mean, there are, like, some VTubers with nice designs, actually. There's, like, Aolami? Yeah, I guess, maybe. I there's, like, this, like, Lobster VTuber, isn't there? Let me search for it. Lobster VTuber. No. I don't know, there's, yeah, this one. What is her name? No, it's, who is this? Lobster... Retsu Bowl? I don't know. Anyway, there's some cool VTubers. Okay, Juniper, the moth VTuber, seems pretty cool. I haven't been watching much of Hololive EN Generation 2. There's just so many VTubers nowadays. I guess Vienna could count. It's every time I go on Twitch, I'll see I'll browse the VTuber tag on Twitch sometimes and think oh, some of these look pretty cool. I click into it and then I get an ad immediately because of the way Twitch does their ads. You click into a channel, you immediately get presented with a 30-second ad. And then I'm just I don't feel like watching anymore. I just close the tab because I'm not going to wait 30 seconds to watch a channel that I don't actually have interest in. I just want to check them out, to see if they're good or not. But then immediately hit it with an ad. I'm just I don't want to do this. Which I feel is really bad for the streamer. But if that's how Twitch wants to monetize, then I don't know. Yeah, councils, their streaming times are kind of all over the place. Or at least maybe I just haven't been paying enough attention. I used to be I used to care about what time zone streamers streamed in. People have theories of oh, this person mentioned this thing. This means they're in Eastern time. This person mentioned this thing. Clearly they're from the West Coast, so they live in, PST. And nowadays I'm just I don't care anymore. And there's so many streamers, their time zone doesn't matter to me. Twitch Premium. Wait, is Twitch Premium the thing that... It's weird that Twitch has multiple monetization strategies where you can be a member to a channel and then or not member. You can subscribe to their channel and then you don't get ads but only on their channel. But you still get ads on other streamers' channels. Oh, it's a Twitch Turbo, right? Is their ad-free offering. It also depends on the length of the ad. I don't mind, sometimes YouTube will give you 2 5-second ads, and okay, whatever, that's fine. But if I get a whole 30-second ad that's unskippable, I'm just if I'm not that interesting, I just not that interested, I just won't watch it. Oh yeah, a lot of streamers are not EU friendly in their streaming schedules. I also recently started using on my phone. I used to use the official YouTube app for trying to watch or I still use it, but you get these weird ads and sometimes I just want to leave a stream on in the background. If I have to step away from my computer but I still want to listen to the audio, I'll open my YouTube app on my phone and then put on my headphones and walk around. But you get an ad immediately. And you can't, if you try to close the screen, the video stops playing unless you pay for YouTube Premium. So it's kind of annoying. You have to pay money just for the ability to keep the audio playing while you're not in the app. And so there's this third-party app called Advanced YouTube or something. And I started using that, and it does exactly what I want. You just you open the app, you go to the video, and then just close your screen, and it just keeps playing. Yeah, you get picture-in-picture unless it's music, but You can't turn off your screen and still have the audio playing. Kind of like I just want to listen to it in the background without having my screen on. Like I'll put it in my pocket and just like walk around my house if I have to do other stuff. But yeah, sometimes, like when I used to have the YouTube Premium trial, I was like, oh, this is pretty nice, but this is something that I hoped they would give you for free, but they don't. Oh yeah, I guess YouTube has like a YouTube family system where you just invite people to join. But I don't have, I don't know people who use that. Yeah, before I found the other app, I would just like turn on, like open the YouTube app and then like keep the screen on, but like put it in my pocket and like, I don't know, it was just kind of weird. Yeah, background play used to work and then they made it so you have to pay for it, which kind of sucks. But it is a pretty useful feature to have. Yeah, so what else interesting happened the past week? I don't really remember anything of note. There's just a lot of, besides the Laserlight membership openings and my talking about VTube Studio and Stream Deck. You can get flip phones to do what? Are flip phones back? I know like companies are starting to make flip phones again. I still don't get the difference between, there's like YouTube Music, there used to be like something called YouTube Red, and then now like and there's like YouTube Music. Oh, it's a mini player. Did I end up buying this XL Stream Deck? No. It's like $250. I don't want to spend that much money on something. I don't know, I might just end up doing it eventually, because it's just nice to have. Oh yeah, whatever happened to like folding phones? Like, there's like the Samsung, what is it? Like, I forget what it's called. There's like a Samsung phone there you could fold it. And everyone's like, oh, look at that, it's so cool, and then nothing really happened with it. Like you have a... Oh, my screen stopped updating. Galaxy Flip? Is that what it's called? Nope. I remember like when the first Samsung foldable phone came out, or like it was about to come out, they had someone brought it to, like someone from Samsung, I think, who worked at Samsung, brought it to our company to show it to us. And it was like, I was not impressed. It's like there's like a maximum number of times you could fold it, and it's like only a few thousand, which seems pretty low to me, right? The fact that it's a phone meant to be folded over on itself, but you could only fold it like a few thousand times before the hinge like breaks. I don't get the appeal of it. Like, when would I ever want to fold my phone? The new ones are much better engineered. Oh, I just, The new ones actually feel like a normal phone. I should probably, like, look up the more recent ones. Because they're cool. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Just make people think you're cool. Like, look at all this money I spent on this phone. Does the battery life also suck? I think for me, probably battery life is less important now that I don't go outside anymore. I used to be the kind of person who was like always concerned with like keeping my battery as close to 100% as possible. And nowadays I'm just like, It'll go down to like 30% and I'm like, I'm fine. I'm at home. I can charge it whenever I want. I also like found out that you should try to keep your phone below 80% charge, because apparently at 80% is when batteries are most efficient. Because like if you keep it above 100% too much, it kind of like degrades the quality of the battery. And so ever since I learned that, I just like, I charge my phone to 80%, then I unplug it. Like I used to always keep it at like as close to 100%. I'm like, oh no, I'm at like 80%. I gotta charge it back to 100%. I've never paid $600 for a phone. Probably how much do like iPhones cost nowadays anyway? It's like $1,000. Yeah, iPhones and iPads. The more recent OS updates have a way to, they like keep track of like when you usually charge your phone, and then they like stop charging it once it hits 80% or something like that. Oh, iPhones are like $800. That's like, it's so much. Yeah. The only reason why I might want an iPhone is for the face tracking is a lot better. So people who use VTube Studio, there's like webcam tracking and there's like phone tracking. And the phone tracking on the iPhone version is like way better than everything. So I'm pretty sure like all the big VTuber agencies, they give iPhones to their streamers, so they use them. You refuse to pay more than 400 to 600. Yeah, I think I technically got my current Pixel 3 for free, quote unquote free, because Google had this deal where you can, it's like a Google Fi, which is their phone plan, and they had this promotion a while back around Christmas, I think, or like maybe November, like 3 or 4 years ago, where you buy a phone and they'll like reimburse you with a gift card equivalent to the cost of the phone. So like I spent, if you spend $400 on a phone, they'll give you like $400 worth of credits. And you can use them on like airplane tickets for like Southwest or Airbnb and stuff like that. So I bought one, I got the gift card, but then I never used it because COVID happened and I don't travel anymore. So I just have like $400 of travel credits sitting in my email, ready to be used at some point. Thankfully, they don't expire. Can you use it for your Fi bill? No. It's only for like, what is it called? Specific airlines, so like probably like Southwest Airlines and Airbnb and hotels.com or something. Yeah. Hope you all are having a good day too. Currently rocking a Pixel 2 for $300. I had a Pixel 1, and I think I got it when it was on sale. It was like 100 or 200 something dollars. Probably closer to 200. I bought it from B&H, which is a electronics store in New York, and they sell a lot of like high-end camera stuff. But I bought my Pixel 1 from there when it was like greatly discounted. And when I got it, it was actually like, it had a bunch of like weird artifacts on the screen and like, I don't know, like with digital burn-in, like, you know, when you have your screen and like you can see parts of the screen are like much more darker than others. I think it was used, like they sold me a used one pretending it was new, so I had to go back and return it. But then I got the replacement and it was fine. But Now I'm always wary of like, if I buy something, I'm like concerned that they just sold me something that was used. I still buy stuff from B&H though, because it's convenient. It ships pretty fast too, because they're in New York, and I get them like either on the next day or the day after that. Oh, you got your mama phone with that deal? Yeah, it's like when Google had their Fi promotion. All my coworkers also got Pixel phones because of that deal. Or like at least 3 of my coworkers got them. I'm also the kind of person who like I won't buy a new phone unless the one I have literally stops working. Like I used to have one of the really old Samsung Galaxy phones, Galaxy like 4, I think. And then like I probably would still be using that phone if it didn't stop working. Like the battery died. And then or the USB charging died because I don't know, something happened with it. And then I literally couldn't charge it anymore. Phones do degrade over time. I feel like I don't know, I haven't noticed mine getting slower, so I haven't had much of a motivation to replace it. When I had a Nexus 5X, I think, as one of my older phones, and at some point I updated the operating system, and then like it just crashed and it could never reboot. Like it was stuck in a boot loop. And apparently that's a known issue with the Nexus 5X. And so like I just had to get a new phone because it literally would not work anymore. Or your phone is randomly hanging up during calls. I have issues sometimes where the Wi-Fi will just stop working unless I restart it. But it happens so rarely that it hasn't been too much of an issue. Also, my laptop at work, it's like super old. It had like this like 2014 MacBook Pro from work. I could probably get it replaced, but like since I'm thinking of leaving the company soon, it'd be kind of weird to like request a new laptop and then like leave before I even get it. So I'm just holding off on that. But my 2012 MacBook at work, or 2014 MacBook at work, just sometimes the internet just cuts off and just stops working, and I don't know why. I had to like hard reset the computer. Like if you go to shutdown like via the menu, everything just freezes and doesn't actually shut down. So I have to like hold down the power button to like physically turn off the whole thing, and then turn it back on. All the stickers on my laptop, yeah, that's true. That's also a concern, like getting dust in your camera. I think my camera still works fine. I don't think I've had that issue. But I had an issue with the internet. I was talking about the internet cutting off on my work computer. That happened during an interview. Like I was interviewing a candidate, and like he wasn't doing very well, but then my internet just cut out. I had to like restart my computer in the middle of it, and the guy was just there waiting like for like 5 minutes for me to rejoin. But I mean, he didn't get the job because he wasn't very good anyway. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen during anything super important. I had a 2012 MacBook that worked fine until a coworker knocked it on the floor. Oh yeah, that kind of sucks. I had a few cases where like I would drop my phone, but thankfully I have a phone case, and so nothing really gets damaged. It seems pretty common for people who use iPhones and they don't have cases and they drop them and they have like a really cracked screen, and they just keep using it for years after that. What is it like to be interviewed by Wolfie? I don't like doing interviews. They're like stressful for everyone involved. I've done like 3 or 4 total. I feel like I've gotten better at them since I started streaming, and I just have like, I'm better at like stream of consciousness type thoughts. I'll just ask them questions about like, oh, what stuff did you work on, and then, you know, what technologies did you use for this, and why did you choose this, and whatever. Yeah, I can't imagine using a phone without a case. It just feels like as soon as you drop it, everything's gonna get messed up. I just drank some water and muted. Your brother dropped his caseless iPhone from the top of a roller coaster? That's surprising, and it still works. There's probably like some case. I had like I remember there was a time when I went to California and I went on some oh, my screen turned off. And I went on some roller coaster rides, and I had my phone in my pocket, and I was like afraid that it would drop out and fall, but thankfully it didn't happen. It was about 3 months into your first job after graduating, and your boss asked you to interview someone. That feels like... Yeah, if you have a situation where you're interviewing someone who's more senior than you, it feels like it'd be a bit weird. Also, every time I see the word graduating, I think of like VTuber/idol graduations, instead of like, you know, nowadays it's supposed to be, you know, you graduate from school. And I'm just like, graduating? Oh no, you graduated? Were you a VTuber? It's being fun on the venture capital side of things because you have to tell people the idea. Oh no. Yeah, if people are pitching things to you and you have to like shut them down, it feels like it would be not fun. I don't like, you know, the fact that you're doing interviews and you have to like judge people based on like, I don't know. I don't feel like interviews are a accurate measure of like how good you are at the job. Because like a lot of times they just ask you to do like, oh, solve this algorithm problem, and you have like someone watching you the whole time. You have to like code in real time. Like in real life, you're doing stuff like that. You have your own like IDE and you can think in peace, but you're being interviewed by some guy who expects you to like narrate everything you're thinking and like trying to ask you questions while you're just trying to think of the solution. Yeah, interview. Just use a hash map. There was a YouTube video. Like I get recommended some videos that are just tech interview or like tech type videos of people who make like comedic videos, and one of them was like some guy just saying, if you ever get asked an interview question, just try using a hash map. I feel like that probably is a pretty common thing. Just use a hash map. I've never replaced my work laptop. I've had it for like at least 5 years. Wait, when you were leaving your previous company, you told one of the coworkers in code that you were graduating? How did you do that? Like you put in a pull request as like, I'm graduating. Yeah, I don't know. Interviews are just stressful. I don't feel like doing them. I'm feeling a bit lightheaded. Time for me to drink more water, even though I just drank water like 2 minutes ago. Okay. Is my avatar an original design or character from somewhere? It's an original character. If I go to my waiting screen, this one, this is a line sticker that I drew. If you look at my pinned tweet on Twitter, it's my line stickers. It's just an original character. But I turned her into a live 2D model to practice how to use live 2D. And then I did a revised version of it after I did the Holo EN models. Because I saw how they did it, I'm like, oh, I want to redo my model to look like that, now that I know it's possible. Do your line sticker characters have names? Nope. I'm awful at naming characters, so... I don't know, they don't have names, they're just characters. Graduating. Just have your fans name them. No, they'll always be nameless. I used to have a Flash comic, and I had the main character was named Unnamed Character, and then I had a character named Headphones Character and Orange Haired Character, I think. Was that her name? I forget. Or Spiky Hair Character or something. Good times, good times. How am I? I'm feeling okay. It's kind of hot. Let's see what the temperature is. Oh, it's only 75 Fahrenheit. It's not too hot. VTuberize it to be a VTuber. Oh, you mean my original character that I used to have? I considered that, but I don't know. I feel like they can just live on in our memories. Oh yeah, a lot of the Stream Deck also has a way where you can control your lights. Or like, I think it has a control for smart appliances. There's also a service called If This Then That, which I think can control your smart devices. And Stream Deck has a plugin to call that API. But I don't have any smart devices. And I also don't want any. It's just like having dumb lights, just like having an actual physical button and not have it controlled and accessible over the internet. It's one thing that's like, that I would be afraid of. It's just like, some random person online can like turn on and off my lights if I have it misconfigured or something. Like, you know, people who have like the smart cameras, like Ring or whatever, and then people were able to hack into them and access them remotely. And I don't want that at all. Oh yeah, I guess if you implemented your own smart device from scratch, but you also have to like make sure you did the security correctly and you're like, don't have access by random people. Oh, you self-host Home Assistant. If someone hacks into my stream button and keeps making the IMPO move off, well, the Stream Deck is not internet enabled.
I'm Pomo.
Oh no, it's Pomo.
I'm Pomo.
Alright, I did put gaming in the title of this stream, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to that. I did buy Spelunky 2 on the Switch, actually. It's been out on desktop and PS4 for a long time, but finally got released on the Switch recently. And then I finally bought it, thinking that maybe I can play it on this screen, or on this stream, but I'm feeling kind of tired, so maybe I won't. I'm just thinking back to like the last time I had a half day and I did like 4 hours of Minecraft / Mario Kart. And I was like, I wonder if I can free chat for 4 hours today. But I don't think I can. You can do an RTMP man in the middle and inject the sound. That's true. I used to, like, this program that I'm using to stream my iPad, it's called Reflector. And before, it's like a paid application. And before I decided to pay for it, I set up my own Nginx RTMP proxy on my local machine. And like, I had a screen capture program on the iPad forwarding it to the local RTMP proxy. And then I had OBS load the video from the RTMP proxy. And it was kind of buggy, but it worked sometimes. But I was just like, I'm just gonna pay like $15 for this application that does it in a more convenient way. And that's what I've been using so far, and it works fine. And bashing your head against the monstrosity of a 3,000-line JS file. That sounds painful. That sounds like the YouTube initial data param that's like all on one line. Sometimes I have to like debug minified JavaScript. Or like when I'm trying to reverse engineer something, I'm just like, look at this minified JavaScript and try to make sense of it. Thankfully, I don't really have to read JavaScript that much lately. Yeah, I imagine it's probably not minified. There's a lot of like really bad legacy code out there. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people who do like virtual DJ events. Like they'll stream on Twitch and they'll have like multiple DJs stream to like one central location and they'll show it on screen. They usually have some sort of Nginx RTMP proxy set up. It's not that complicated to get it to work, but just like having to set it up every time is a bit annoying. And then for my use case, it's just like I'm just mirroring my iPad to my desktop and then doing a screen capture of it. And then I don't have to worry about like it losing connection and all that. Oh, there's no secure RTMP. I mean, you could probably just put it behind some kind of proxy, but usually they have you can set up a username and password. And then I guess just assume that people aren't trying to like guess. Or like I know like YouTube has like a stream key and all that. Well, anyway, I think unless people have other questions, I might just end the stream. And then I'll go do something else. Man, I was hoping I could talk for like 4 hours, but I'm feeling a bit lightheaded, so I don't think I can. Where do I get my stream BGM from? It's let's see, let me try to find the name of this specific song. This one is this one? Okay, it's this one. So that thing I put in chat is this current BGM. And it's from this website called Autologic. So that one, I know a lot of VTubers use Dova Syndrome. It's a pretty good place to find BGM. But I found this one on, I think Petra from Nijisanji En uses some songs from this site, which is how I found it. Alright, anyway, I think that's it for today's stream. I'm gonna cut it a bit short today. We had a good 2 hours of chatting where I talked in excruciating detail about VTube Studio and Stream Deck integrations. Alright, hope you have a good day. I'm gonna end the stream right now, or in the next 10 seconds. Whenever I click this stop streaming button, anytime now, it's right now.